Locked in, huh? These days, people are running home because they don't want to miss Talk on the Block. Or they're asking for lunch at 1 o'clock. Want to know what's going on? I don't blame you. If I was in your place, I'd be behaving the same way. You need to know what's going on in the country. But before we do, you can join us live on Q95DA.com. Kimberly's here with us for a minute here, as always, telling us about the good things happening on the interactive website. Good afternoon, Kimberly. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Matt. I'm good, and how are you?
Any pictures of you on the website?
There are probably a couple.
Okay, so but if you can't, or you don't think you'll see the picture, you can see her live. Okay, so check us out now. Q95DA.com. Beautiful Kimberly. What's going on as we speak?
Well, I just want to remind our constant listeners to make Q95 your number one choice when it comes to news. Visit our website regularly. Matt just told you what it is, Q95DA.com. And you can also send us your report via WhatsApp or text message. We have cell phone numbers for that, 615-1426 or 276-2147. Those numbers again, 615-1426 or 276-2147. So continue to visit our websites to get updated and new information. But not just that, we are also specializing in audio, video, and banner ads. So you can also call our sales office. Those numbers are 448-5822 or 440-3426, and the sales representative would be very happy to assist you.
So check us out on the website, new Q95DA.com. Well, if you wanted to see Kimberly, she's just stepping out of the studio. Next time, okay? Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Matt.
Bye-bye. Good afternoon, welcome. The Ministry of Health, or the Minister of Health, Mr. Dr. Kenneth Darrow, has warned that there may be, or it is possible, that there may be more cases of the dreaded mosquito-borne Zika virus. Court, we are hoping that we might not have any further cases of Zika virus. Dr. Darrow was speaking on government's program on DBS radio. He said it is possible that we feel, it is possible, but we feel that we can defeat the Zika virus if we all do what we have to do, okay? And also we're hearing too that, women are being told, please, in this season, please avoid getting pregnant, okay? So if you're thinking about it, my friend just handed me the paper, don't think about it. Don't get pregnant. All right? 4493095, 4493096, and then the digital number 6164257. Just thought I should mention that to the women out there thinking of getting pregnant. Spags, you thinking of getting anybody pregnant? So, Mr. Hector Spag. I caught you off guard there.
Caught me off guard, man. Let me just say good afternoon to
that's not what you're thinking about at this time.
No.
Okay,
right. But you have to expect anything on Talk on the Block.
Yes.
That's why, as you said earlier on, people want their lunch break from 1 to 2. But let me just say good afternoon to listeners of Q95.
You see, I'm telling you that because, we're telling the women. But the women are getting pregnant, but who's getting them pregnant? So we have to warn the men too. You understand that?
It goes. We have to warn everybody. But I just want to be in support with the Minister of Health. Mm-hmm. Calling everybody to do what we have to do. But I think the Ministry of Health have to lead from the front.
Okay.
You had two representatives yesterday in Mr. Christmas and Miss Carbon speaking about Zika. And I think I heard she made an alarming revelation when she said that we moved over 800 tons of garbage last time. But 800 tons of garbage is a lot of garbage, because I worked in the banana industry, and when we send out 800 tons of bananas to the UK for a week, a lot of bananas. So I know it's a lot of garbage. But it shows that we have to do, the Ministry of Health have to ensure that the people who worked for them get paid, and to ensure that we can get them to the vehicles to assist us again. The village councils, the community leaders, community groups have to work together, and we have to educate each other to ensure that we keep our environment clean. We have to take on the bottles and styrofoam dumping all over the place. We have to ensure that the Litter Act is back, is enforced, and we do know what we have to do, and hearing the call for the women to think of getting pregnant maybe later down. So I am sure that there is welcoming news for some of the pharmacies selling condoms and the other, but it shows that we are faced with a serious epidemic. And we as a community, we as a country have to work together to ensure that we eradicate it at the soonest.
All right. We try to explore as much issues as possible during the lunchtime program, Talk on the Block. We're hearing from a senior counsel, I'm being told, Anthony Asafan has ridiculed Linton's suggestion that consideration be given to trying a local case involving 3 prominent males and a minor elsewhere within the OECS jurisdiction, stating that the suggestion is legally unacceptable and logically unsound. Using the Patrick John precedent, he pointed out that although St. Lucians, Vincentian, and other Caribbean countries may be fellow country or countrymen through the OECS, under the Dominican law, they are not for the purpose of a jury trial. Let's listen to this.
It is a completely idiotic statement and proposal. It is constitutionally bad, it's logically unsound, and is legally unacceptable. The solution that he is trying or putting forward to the people listening. It couldn't work. If I was representing any one of the accused, I would insist on the trial being here, and I would object strenuously and use the Patrick John precedent that you cannot try me in another jurisdiction other than the one that I have been charged in. And I can only be found guilty or innocent by my peers. Lucians and Vincentians and Grenadians and Antiguans are not my peers. They are my fellow country people in terms of the OECS regional unity. But under the law of the state of Dominica, they're not my peers for the purposes of a jury trial. It's going to have a lasting, damaging effect.
That's Housing Minister. He is adding his voice to just what is going on with the argument of the trial being elsewhere.
It's going to have a lasting, damaging effect on that young lady. Up to a point where she may find it very uncomfortable to continue to live in this country, and she may have to find other areas where she can be more comfortable. So this young child, and you can say what you want, the law is that she's under 15, she's under 15. I don't care what she's done, how many times she's done it. This is not the issue. The issue is you dealing with a child that is protected by the law as far as this act that was committed against her, allegedly committed against her, because the matter has to go to court. It's wrong. She is 15 and under, and she's unable to consent. That is what the law says. And I believe that by the leaking of that information, it's going to do untold damage to that child. We have to blame all those, whatever chain through which this information was leaked, they have to bear the responsibility for that leak. So it will come from hand A to hand B to hand C to hand D. Everybody who touched or had anything to do with the leak of that document should be held responsible for the leaking of that document.
We're back, Dominica. But of course, Mr. Hector Sparks John is here specifically to deal with the upcoming cases. A case of the people of Salisbury. What's the latest in that, Hector Sparks John? And when we are done, I want us to spend some time on just what is going on with this lapsing case. I see you following this one very closely.
Yes, Matt. Matt, let me just say that on April 26th, that people of Salisbury will be going back to court with that matter.
April 26th?
Yes, that transpired from May 11 and June 11 of last year. The Salisbury people were standing up for asking the government to address the road concerns that they have raised on several occasions. And since Erica struck Dominica on the 27th of August 2015, we stepped back a little in pressuring the government because of the different things they had to do in terms of clearing the road. Although we had a lot of, as the parliamentary representative for the area, I came under severe pressure because people wanted to go and clear, access their farms, and we don't have enough heavy equipment. I remember the Prime Minister promising that heavy equipment would come from Martinique and would get off the boat somewhere on the west coast in Kulibishi. That never happened, and it put us under severe pressure in terms of accessing heavy equipments to go up in the heights of Salisbury. Matt, up to now we have not completed our work in the heights of Salisbury. You heard a farmer call from Kahum this morning and mentioned about how bad the road is in that area, Salisbury, Carhome, Gormon area as well. There's some areas that we have to address, and we have raised that concern with the Ministry of Public Works and Several occasions, and we have not seen anything happening. But Matt, with the Salisbury issue, we have not, since they brought us before the court, the government has never returned to Salisbury to meet with us or to at least address the road condition. I say it's only for Erica, just so clear, but they have not addressed the road thing. Even during Erica, the road cut off close to the Salisbury water intake, water tanks, and it was just repaired temporarily, and nothing has been done. And we are before the court. And Matt, what we have seen, a close police officer of the Prime Minister received 100, who stood against the people of Salisbury, who lives in Salisbury, received 125 bags of cement to repair his driveway, to pave his driveway. And the government has not done anything in the village of Salisbury to address our road conditions. And anybody that come from Salisbury can tell you.
And you know that for a fact?
I know that for a fact, man. I know the police officer. He lives on one ridge away from me. So Delvin Blano, I know that he get 125 bags of cement. Somebody in that saw the document in town said, man, they had to, it hurt them when they saw what was going on. One person getting 125 bags of cement. You know, and then it was confirmed by some other people that the community, where the community asking the government to repair the farm access road, to repair the village road, took us before the court and has not done anything to alleviate, help the problem in Salisbury. But one person who is who works in special branch got 125 bags of cement to do his driveway, and Matt, that is hurting the people of Salisbury. They are hurting. I mean, it shows the level of disrespect, insensitivity that the government has towards the people of the.
But isn't the same gentleman that you speak of, isn't he a constituent as well?
Yes, he's a.
And you should support what you know, the fact that he's being helped.
But that same individual, I'm not saying that he's not supposed to get help in the community. His driveway not supposed to be paved, but Matt, his driveway against compared to the village road, the Salisbury village road, where you.
So your point is one person is individual, where you could take the same bags and help improve access
for the villagers, for the entire community and the entire.
You think that is priority?
That is priority, and the gentleman do it for maybe doing his job for the government. He's a close boy of the police of the Prime Minister. Everybody knows that. You know, and you're disregarding the entire community of Salisbury and give one person. And but Matt, in that going forward as a community, we just like several people from Salisbury and out of Salisbury have asked those living abroad have asked us about to open an account. We have done that sometime now. I was out of state and I came back ill and the account number Salisbury Legal
Salisbury Legal Fund.
Yes, National Bank account number 1000, that's 000-731 31 1000-731 and we just want the people of Salisbury to give support to it. We have an excellent young attorney from Salisbury, Miss Carol Shillingford, who is our lead attorney on this, and we want to compensate her very well for. We cannot compensate her for the priceless work she has been doing for the people of Salisbury, but we want to compensate her very well as a community. And I know there are a lot of people who would like to give support to our legal fund because the state dragged us before the court, and we'll be going back there on the 26th of April. What we're also planning as a community to have a meeting with everybody and most of the people who are part of that process, who got summoned on the 30th of March, next week Wednesday in Salisbury. We'll let you know exactly where we'll be having that meeting to discuss how we go forward and how we deal with that situation, because the state is taking our entire community before the court. And we, as a community, have to be prepared. We have to give support to our lawyer. We have to give support to each other as we go forward. And that is critical for us.
All right, so give some support to the people of Salisbury as they move forward, fighting their case there. And before we go, we'll repeat the numbers for the bank account. We're going to take a break and we'll come back. When I come back, I want to ask a specific question there about Cooley Street.
Do you remember the days of Bell's Combo and B+? What about the late great Tony, king of fried chicken and punch? Simon, the once-time pride of the West Coast. The old school band club, formerly Simon Nightclub, newly refurbished, will be slamming on Saturday, April 2nd, 10 p.m. Mr. Mix, Prince Radix, and the Gale Force wins of 48 karat gold, Swinging Stars. For 40 days and 40 nights will be over. It's a big people affair. Entrance $20. Supported by Digicel, the extraordinary network. The old school Barman Club Massacre, Saturday, April 2nd. Swinging Stars, Mr. Mix and Prince Radix. Programun Vini Bunulaje.
Win with Digicel this Easter. Top up $15 and over today, and you could be one of 4 customers to win $250 cash today, Monday, March 21. Top up $15 or more with Digicel to win. Digicel, be extraordinary.
Let the whole world know this is how we flow.
It's March Madness at Flow. Participate in our Easter March Madness promotion for a chance to win an Easter hamper of goodies, Zeta handsets, free credit, and more this Easter from your favorite telecommunications provider. Top up $15 or more. Text Flow Easter to 2269 or activate any data plan for a chance to win. Dial *129 to activate your data plans and top up at any Flow location. It's that easy. Top up $15 or more. Activate any data plan or text Flow Easter to 2269 and you could be the lucky winner of an Easter hamper of delicious goodies, Zeta handsets, free credit, and more. This is how we flow with Easter March Madness.
This is how we bond, and this is how we share. Let the whole world know this is how we flow.
Okay, before we move to the Coolibestry issue, let's move to New York there for a bit.
Yeah.
What's the latest on that case there? I know you've been following this one closely.
Matt, the latest, every day there's a new twist to that case, Matt, and we saw with the last court matter with Francis Lorenzo, where he had different charges, and on that document it states that they were moving money in and out of of the United States, and that money was used maybe to bribe some officials in the Caribbean. And that is a serious concern because the South Corporation, at least in New York, on the 18th of April, I think 2011, that is when Prime Minister Skerrit visited that institution. And if in this court document it said that it started somewhere about spring of 2011, very interesting. And April is spring, and so we are looking at this very closely. The questions were asked by the reporter of Inner City News about what document was signed by Theresa Liu, the Angel Absing, and the Prime Minister of Dominica. And remember, they signed that document maybe to have a facility here in Dominica. But the UN said that they're doing an audit of what transpired and they will make the document available anytime soon. We're also hearing that the matter with John Ash will be going before the courts very soon. I think it's on the 8th of April. And so more information will get out. But interestingly, with Francis Lorenzo, his lawyer made it very clear that the reason why he pleaded guilty for the 5 charges is that when they read the evidence of the FBI, he had no choice. So it says that the FBI has a lot of information. And with all the, when they brought before the court, on almost every document has individual known and unknown. So that caption there is to pick up a lot of people who were involved in the last document as well. When Miss Vivian Wang was indicted, you have the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Mr. Baldwin Spencer, is featured highly in this document as someone receiving some funds from this directly from this lady, and that they went on to Trinidad to pick up that money. And so we have some interesting days ahead with that matter. Angel Absing will be brought before court very soon, but everybody around him except John Ash has pleaded guilty. So if you know they plead guilty, there'll be plea bargains, there'll be deals with the FBI for them to catch a bigger fish. And that when they catch a bigger fish, he has mentioned Dominic.
But the bigger fish that you talk about
is Angel Absing in that direct matter. But there are other people, players
associated.
Yeah, there are a lot of players, because Angel Absing made it clear during his bail matter that he has a diplomatic passport of Dominica, and he got that diplomatic passport in 2004 when he assisted Dominica to change hands from Taiwan to the PRC. So if he has a diplomatic passport since 2004, that means he knows the Prime Minister Skerrit and Dominica permanent representative at the UN, Mr. Vincent Lesson, a very long time. But Angel Absing and John Ash met only in 2011. Who introduced them? Who are the key players in that match? And that's why it's getting more and more interesting. I want Dominicans to follow what's going on. The Prime Minister of Dominica might have diplomatic immunity, but the name of Dominica is already calling in that matter, and we have to say, Angel Absing made a significant contribution towards, like it or not, Tony Asafan can jump high, jump low, towards the Labour Party campaign in terms of financing the campaign. The $42 million that came into Dominica, how it got into Dominica. We are hearing about monies that is somewhere in some banks in the US and nobody want to touch it because the feds are on it. And these are the type of things we are hearing, these are the type of things that are coming out, and our country, Dominica, is in the center of that Angel Absing UN scandal, and we have to look at it very closely.
All right, so you're saying Dominicans should keep watch?
For sure.
All right, something Hector Sparks John is suggesting here may just emerge. We're going to come back after this.
Q Classifieds. Get more value for your money, more bang for your buck. Advertise on Q95. Get even more value when you advertise on Q Classifieds. Property for sale, lease, homes, business premises, car rentals, job vacancies, hotel and restaurant services, tours, finance and insurance services, and more. Advertise on Q Classifieds. Advertise your audio or videos, scripts, flyer information, notices, and more. Advertise on Q Classifieds. Everyone's listening. Get the word out to local, regional, and worldwide listeners in real time. Advertise on Q Classifieds, your channel for quick results. Advertise on Q Classifieds. Right on Q.
It's WrestleMania time again. Come see Shane McMahon take on The Undertaker in a steel cage match. Roman Reigns versus Triple H for the WWE Championship belt. And there is more. Dean Ambrose takes on the Beast. WrestleMania, April 3rd, 2016. Don't miss out on this great wrestling pay-per-view event. Only on Mapping.
Greens Wholesale is pleased to announce another shipment of smoked cooked whole chickens at only $4.55 per pound wholesale and $5.18 per pound retail plus VAT. Easy to prepare, just thaw and warm in an oven. Perfect for the holiday. Available at Greens Wholesale and Supermarket, ACS and Company, HHV Whitchurch, and Lindomart. Also available from Greens Wholesale and Supermarket, fresh frozen tender pork at $4.50 per pound wholesale and $5.18 per pound retail plus VAT. Greens Wholesale. Prices are born here and raised elsewhere. Greens Wholesale and Supermarkets take pleasure in announcing a reduction in the price of Adore, Duet, and Every toilet soaps and Bright Blue laundry soap. Note that our toilet soaps are not made with tallow, which is fat from cows and sheep, but with coconut oil, which softens and smooths the skin, among many other benefits. Door, Duet, and Every toilet soaps and Bright Blue laundry soaps are available at all supermarkets and retail outlets. Distributed by Greens Wholesale. Prices are born here and raised elsewhere.
St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival celebrates an unforgettable journey with the best of the years, recapturing the most nostalgic moments, creating new magic with their Supply and Chris Standring, George Benson and Joey Alexander, Cool of the Gang and Omi, BWB and Shaggy are just a few, alongside headliner Mark Anthony. An island party not soon forgotten. The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 25th anniversary, April 29th to May 8th. Visit stluciajazz.org. Executive producer, the St. Lucia Tourist Board. Platinum sponsor, RBC Royal Bank.
Brighter Days, the one-stop shop for your baby diapers, wipes, cleaning products, grocery items, and bulk or wholesale items. Located on the corner of Great George and Hillsborough Streets by the All Saints Medical School. Visit us today. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Telephone number is 448-1636. Brighter Days.
This is Talk on Block. I've asked Mr. Louis to join me just for 1 minute there this afternoon. He sang a very interesting song for me this morning, a poem that I want him to repeat because the power up has joined me for the afternoon. Mr. Louis, are you there? Are you there, Mr. Louis?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I want you to do that poem for me again, please.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Lily, come here. Silam go, come here. Silam batam, come here. Kakarat, baby.
Can you do that for one more time for me, Mr. Louis?
Lily, come here. Silam go, come here. Silam batam, come here. Kakarat.
Thank you, Mr. Louis. Mr. Louis is basically saying that Cooley history has been ignored. In other words, has been forgotten. Are you talking about your power up, Mr. Louis, or are you talking about the government of Dominica?
The direct government of Dominica.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Louis. We'll talk to you again. Thank you for your nursery rhyme here this afternoon. Oh boy. Do you think the Coolibis Street has been ignored?
Matt, I have never seen this before. Every time I go down to Coolibis Street, I feel sad about the situation. On the 27th of this month, we'll give it 7 months since Erica struck Coolibis Street, Matt, and the government has completely abandoned Coolibis Street. I will say it like that boldly, Matt.
I even heard stories about the wrong people in that community maybe benefiting from the relief supplies.
Yes. Well, Matt, you will always find these things, but the government role in ensuring that the community gets back to normal is vital, is critical, is paramount. And they have neglected their roles as to ensure that the people of Coolibis Street are safe, they're comfortable, they're happy, they're moving forward. And Matt, you go down to Coolibis Street, and Coolibis Street is like a ghost town in some areas. The government they have not done anything. The river, Matt, it's almost 2 more months before the hurricane season, and they have not dredged the river properly. Cleaning up of the community has not been completed. We have the school. I was at a meeting with the president. The president charity is looking at bringing other interested parties together to ensure that they repair the Coolibis Street school and the students can go back to school in Coolibis Street maybe after Easter or in the new school year. They're right now being housed in the Salisbury at the Salisbury Primary School, and they're doing the afternoon shift, Matt. But the community of Coolibis Street, the shopkeepers, the other small business owners, they're not seeing the support they were expecting from the government. The people who houses got destroyed and they were displaced, they would like to get back to their homes. There's some people who are renting and they're not hearing anything. And Matt, I suggested to the government on several occasions, I'm doing it right now again, have a meeting with the people. Meet with them, hear their concerns, see how we can go forward. And that is what the people of Coolibis should like to see. The government come to meet with them. Let me commend Dawasco on that initiative. Dawasco came to Coolibis Street, also Monwachet, Salisbury, and they met with the people, took their questions, the concerns that they raised and everything, and they give the people a sense of comfort, a sense of belonging, a sense of respect. Dawasco did that, and let me commend them for them as a parliamentary representative. I was at the meetings. Only a meeting I was not present at is the one in Coolibis Street, but the one in Monwachet and Coolibis and Salisbury was there, and Dawasco came there and laid the card on the table. So the people of the community understand what's going on. But when you have the government refusing to meet with the people of Coolibis Street and have a tete-a-tete with them, let them understand what's going on, let them feel their part and parcel of what is happening. Do not come and just shove things down their throat. Or they have been waiting for months upon months upon months and nothing is happening in the community. And Matt, something happened in Coolibis Street, and I want the local government department to do some research on that, on inquiry, because the people of Coolibis Street, they're incensed about it. When people of Coolibis Street got affected from the storm, they were given some financial support, maybe for your household items. Some people get 5,000, some get 3,000. But they're saying there's some people from Corley who came to Coolibis Street to get that money, because to the Coolibis Street Village Council, because they couldn't get it in Corley because they didn't get affected. But because of the political melee and the political hands in it, the political gun, the inside of what is happening. Because Matt, in the Coolibis Street area, we have 3 local government employees who did an excellent job during post-Erica, who could be utilized to ensure that it's done properly. But when you bring the political hands in it, Matt, you have the people being disappointed, vexed, mad at each other.
Hold that thought there. Let me take another phone call there. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Peltier.
Yeah.
I say you forget me there. Mr. John, blessings to you, and Mr. Louis, blessings to you as well, in Coolibis Street or wherever you are. Mr. Peltier.
Yeah.
Spags, no disrespect. Mr. Louis, no disrespect. It is unfair to talk about they have neglected or abandoned Colibistry. My brother, Dominica is abandoned. My brother, Dominica is abandoned. Look at Roosevelt, Skerrit, and all of them. Them are preoccupied in strategizing, organizing, devising, planning, plotting, scheming.
But I think the neglect that we talk about is post Erica. That's because they're saying the people of Colibistry are saying, well, other communities are getting help and getting assistance, but we have not gotten the kind of assistance that these other communities have gotten.
Matt, you're underestimating me, man. Like, I understand clearly,
All right.
Being sarcastic, because Matt, yes, post Erica, what has happened in Dominica? We lose several bridges. Bailey Bridge is now permanent, and Matt is madness. So I am just saying, when you hear Tony Astapans and all of them coming with the diversionary tactics, Matt, they know that they themselves may be implicated in a lot of madness having to do with so many things. So they're trying to defend each other, trying to contaminate and prejudice matters that is within the system. And Matt, I want you and whoever sparks you, find out if there is a mansion in France belonging to our beloved brother. My brother, madness that is going on in the country. They have abandoned Dominica, Matt, because they are preoccupied stealing and hiding, putting things on other people's name. You think the man have time for Dominica? Blessings, bro.
Blessings too. Let's take another phone call. Yeah.
Matt.
Yes.
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to Honorable John.
Mm-hmm.
And to your listeners. The people of Colibistry, Monwatchet, and Salisbury, they are suffering because they are people who stand for what they believe. These are hard-working people. These are honest people. These are dedicated people. These are not people who will go and knock on scary door. These are people who want to work hard and push their hand in their pocket, and they want to be independent as they have always been. So now, the post-Erica, they are paying the price because the Labour Party has never had the constituency of Salisbury. Now, look at the amount of money that our government of Dominica received on our behalf. Mr. Skerry did not receive that money as Roosevelt Skerry. He received it as the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica. That is to say, he is supposed to be spending that money in every constituency on a level playing field, because it is not his salary he is taking to play party politics. But look at this condition look at the state of the country. Look at the state of our bridges, Matt. Not one of out of all of the bridges that fell in Dominica, Matt, not one the government can say that they have it on standby. That money, they have it there, and they are hoping that they will use that money to play on the minds of the people so that they can get back in office, but they're making a big mistake. This time we're going to eat them, we're going to drink them, and we're going to put them in their rightful place in the bin bubble. Thank you.
All right, it's 1:47 the afternoon time. This is the talk on the block, 1:47. But Spax, you were making a point earlier as it relates to the distribution, unequal distribution.
Yes, Matt, because you want the people of Colibistry, as per rep, I see everybody as equal. And if people got some people got affected more than others, I think they should it should be the bread should spread equally among the best way possible. But when you have the political hands inside, Matt, when you have you hear enough lists coming down, and then so-called politicians getting involved and have to be playing with the list, or messing with the list, or putting out names and putting in names and these things there, where you have the local government department should be the only people doing that. If you have recommendations, it should go to them. They should verify it and ensure the list that they send to the village council should meet. Should be straightforward, should be transparent, and people get what they deserve. Or do everything the best. I think go the best way. If you have funds for the community or people in the community, go through the local, get their account and pay them for treasury. And until I think it will help eradicate some of the concerns, some of the problems having in the community. I want Coolby to get back to normal. We all want Coolby to get back to normal. I think we all should work together to ensure that Coolby should get back to normal.
149 Carlisle John Baptist. How are you doing this afternoon?
Not too bad, thanks, Matt, and you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you and your many listeners.
A growing concern there in the village of La Pointe, Point Michel, some land in the Subuli area. What's going on there?
But I'm not sure if it is a land situation. What has been happening is that Bolu, we call Massive, lives in the community, and he is operating a bar in the Sibuli community. Now, there are people who feel that he is using, or at certain times at night, he's preventing them from sleeping or during the day, etc., etc. They've had different matters. The police has been called, etc. From what I'm gathering, both parties need to cooperate. But I saw something, Matt, which to my mind is not making sense. The government of Dominica decided to do this retaining wall in the Point Michel community. And in so doing, they would have acquired land on the B side to do the project. I went to Sibuli over the weekend, and I'm seeing where, from all what I have seen thus far, and I sent you those pictures, land that government would have acquired, land that is used for parking, someone is fencing that up and actually fencing Bolo inside. Matt, I am seeing bloodshed, I am seeing problems, and I'm asking the government.
So the government has already acquired this portion of land for road?
Of course they would have. Of course they would have, because the road extends right across by close to Ferdinand Frampton area there. They stopped the wall just where Bolo has his bar. So they would have done that, because all they did, they did not pitch right through to by Bolo. And I'm seeing there, in fact, Matt, I sent you the picture. There is a garbage area right on the side of the main road.
Mm-hmm.
So it's obvious government. Somebody cannot just come and put an area to dump garbage. They must have permission. They must have access. So it's clear this is government's land.
But listen to the other side of the argument, Carlisle. Well, while you may say that it's government land, and let's just say government acquired a piece of land from you, Carlisle, for development, if you will, because from what it looks like is road development. If you have not been paid by the government, what happens?
If you have not been paid by the government,
so the government have not compensated you for your land, what would happen?
So you go in and take the land, you go in and fence it, not by an act. But
that's what I'm hearing. I think that may have happened.
But that is not right. And I'm hearing that too. Even if the government has not paid you for the land, you cannot go and say that the land still belongs to you, or you cannot go and fence the land. You will actually be doing a disservice to yourself. How can government acquire land, and because you have not been paid for that land, you go and now you go to fence it? But look at where the gentleman is, whatever he's doing, and look at what the people are doing. This is clear public access. This is clear public access. And my understanding is that the village council was approached. The village council is saying that the people have title, and nobody seems to be doing anything. Government needs to intervene and interfere in that situation. The Palrep, the housing division, they need to intervene, because I am seeing problems coming down the road. Imagine there was a sign put up, by a traffic sign put up saying parking. That traffic sign has been put down. It was thrown on the bay side. There's a pole actually right almost in the sea, close, I mean, what is really going on? And everybody's asking, well, Carlisle, you and Matthew all need to speak about it. So I'm speaking about it, and I'm hoping that the authorities, Matt, I will tell you one thing.
Intervene very quickly.
They better intervene very quickly. And I will be quite honest and frank with you. What I'm seeing taking place there, it is madness. It is madness to actually fence that area where it is for parking, designated for parking, and for you to tell me, because according to you, you have not yet gotten paid, you are fencing there. And just a tiny piece of land,
Which the sea may reclaim, huh?
Exactly. The sea may very well reclaim. So when the sea reclaim it, you're going to say your land, the sea reclaiming your land? What are you going to say?
He might have to stop the sea, Carla.
Well, and I mean, given this map, we fall dead so quickly. We are passing through this world, and to do what I am seeing, whoever is responsible for that is downright nonsense. It's nonsensical. It is out of shape. It is out of form. And the Point Michelle people should revolt in that situation. It is not right. I am saying that point blank. I am not happy at what I'm seeing taking place in the community. The leaders of the community need to intervene and need to find a proper solution to that situation.
Khaled Baptist, thank you very much. We'll be watching that one closely. When we come back, we'll talk to Hector Sparks, John, and close it up on the talk on the block. Hello.
Quickly.
Yes, quickly.
The perfect strategy of divide and rule. They're doing that in every community. And Khalid, who are you blaming? The person that are not paying the person for the land, or the person that is fencing off the land, even if sea would reclaim it? Thank you.
Talk to me. 4493095. Are you there, caller?
Hey, my friend.
Yes.
Let me ask you, why don't you ask John, who is representing the people of Coolbridge and Salisbury?
Who's representing the people? You asking John is right here. Ask him directly.
Who is the representative of Coolbridge and Salisbury?
John
Big Six is Hector John is the representative for Salisbury and Coolbridge.
Why are you asking that question? Yes,
I don't know.
He has just answered. Let me ask Big Six. Why are you asking him that question?
Because what I'm saying, they seems to be blaming everybody else, but Hector that is representing the people. So Hector have to place proper representation for the people.
So you're saying because of lack of representation, that's what's going on?
Put pressure on the people that's supposed to be doing what they're doing. So it's he that is the key, because he that represents the people. So he has to put pressure on the people that not doing what they're doing. So in other words, John is lapsing what he's supposed to be doing, not doing what he's supposed to be doing. That's what I'm saying. So there's something going wrong. And the village council, Erickson, Robinson, supposed to be held responsible because he is the chairman of the village council. So who are exactly supposed to be responsible for everything? Pull up all your socks and represent the people and go and do what all the job all you're supposed to be doing.
Hector, John, you can respond directly.
I can respond easily, Matt. That is the reason I'm here. I have been raising those concerns for a very long time. I will not.
So you make those representatives.
Yes, I have met with government ministers, government officials. I have called. I have followed up, and that's the type of person I am. I always try to follow protocol before I go to the public. And what's going on in Coolibistry, the people of Coolibistry are concerned. I have raised it. I have made recommendations in terms of having these meetings with the people, meet with them, have a tete-a-tete, and going forward. We have raised the concerns about what's going back and forth in terms of how you compensate the people and the best way to avoid all this commotion, all these problems, all the concerns that the people have, and we are doing it genuinely. And I know Big Six know that it's being done. Knows that it's being done. I don't know why you raise a concern, but that is the reason I'm here, and nobody has heard me before on the radio making this concern, raising this thing, because I was ensuring that I had conversations with government officials on them, and that's why I commend the WASCO, because the WASCO was proactive in ensuring that they meet with the people, and that's what we were asking the government to do. And as I said, Six has his opinion, and I respect that, but we are doing our best as a community. I want to work with everybody to ensure that we move forward, and that's why I raised these concerns. I met with the local government commissioner sometimes last week, and we spoke about different things, but you know, that's how you move forward and that's how you work with people. And at the end of the day, when you speak in public, people gonna challenge you and say you have never spoken to them on these issues. So Matt, before I leave, let me once again say that the community of Salisbury will be going before the court on the 26th of April, and people ask us for they would like to assist us. The people of Salisbury as well will be meeting with you on Wednesday on the 30th of March to discuss that as we go forward. On our account number, as we said, at National Bank Salisbury Legal Fund 13000073131. Thank you for having me, Matt. And I mean to say that the communities of Salisbury, Coolbistry, and Monwatchet, I want the best for them, and I want us to work together. Irrespective of what political side you are, we have to work together to ensure that our communities move ahead. We all live in these communities. We are permanent residents, so we have to ensure that we have good living, good family, good neighbors, and as we move forward. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Hector Sparks John. Until tomorrow on the hot seat, Matt Peltier saying so long, everybody.